So my boy Joe Pyfer has gotten it done. Quicker than I expected. I was expecting it to be an interesting matchup just because I will admit that Jack Hermanson fight showed that Joe Pyfer was human. He was a very tough human, but he's human nonetheless. And he came back, and on one hand, he got it done super fast. But on the other hand, we haven't really seen him be able to go a long distance again yet. Are we going to see him do another 5 rounds? Maybe. We'll see where things go. Unless he gets so good that he just keeps finishing guys. But going the distance, he's done it once before. Like I said, going 5 rounds in the UFC is not easy for anybody. Not even Joe Pyfer. So we'll see just how much he's really improved. Nearly 2 minutes is not, or like a few minutes. I forget which part in round 1 he finished, but he did finish him in round 1. But that just kind of shows, he wanted to make a statement though. And I understand how Joe Pyfer operates. Obviously, he's been very active on social media, talking to all the trolls. And look, I understand. With the current age of social media, there's a lot of people, like 99.9% of humanity would rather sit on the sidelines and heckle than actually get out and do something now. So when you're someone like Joe Pyfer who's actually trying to make something of his life, whether you're a fighter, a technician, some sort of guy who's, trying to do something with his life, you're going to see a lot of hecklers and just people who don't do anything with their life hoping you fail. And yeah, there's a lot of condescension from a lot of us YouTubers in the MMA commentary sphere. Some of the bigger names too, really like to say a lot and talk a lot of smack and everything like that, and talk down. Like 1 minute you're the fan favorite, the next you're like, oh, hype train derailed. You're secretly just a bum or something like that. And then the funny thing is with Joe Pyfer coming out and getting better and saying, yeah, no, I think that all the trash talk's ridiculous. Honestly, anytime I get a heckling comment on any social media thing I make, I either just delete it or ignore it because you can't win with people like that. It's not because I can't handle it like they all like to say, but I just delete it because I don't have time. Joe's the complete opposite. He will feed into it, because I think that's where he gets that fire to do it. And you know what? If that's where he gets his fire to go out there and compete, more power to him. Engage in social media more all you want. Get into more conversations that are going to fire you up before the fight. And whether you want to admit it or not, a lot of people who take part in that are pretty angry all day because they have that writing that someone who's across the country behind their tablet or their computer wrote. So obviously, Joe Pyfer wants that to get to him so he can put the gas on. You know what? In last night's case, it absolutely worked. And I'm just glad to see him back in action. And I don't know what he's going to take next. He called out Paul Craig, which is a smart fight because Paul is not the best striker. And Joe Pyfer's got better striking than Paul Craig. And he might even have some serious grappling skills that might even outdo Paul Craig. So, because we saw what he did to that judo champion on his come up before he got stopped by Hermanson. So he's going to have time to season himself, but I think he's more than ready for Paul Craig. I really do. And then maybe that Chow guy who beat Paul Craig recently might be next on the resume. We'll see how he navigates the rankings. It's anyone's guess, but yeah. I will see y'all on the next one. Later.